Here is a poem that is definitely for the guys. With thanks to Rudyard Kipling, and with apologies to every Englishman for the terrible accent, this is Gunga Din. You may talk of gin and beer when you're quartered safe out here, and you're sent to penny fights and aldershotted, but if it comes to slaughter, you'll do your work on water, and you'll lick the bloomin' boots of him that's got it. Now in India's sunny clime, where I used to spend my time, a servant of Her Majesty the Queen, of all them black-faced crew, the finest man I knew was our regimental beastie, Gunga Din. It was Din, 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 ya limpin' lump of brick dust, Gunga Din. Hi, Slippy, Atherrow, water, get it, Panilao, ya squidgy-nosed old idol, Gunga Din. The uniform he wore was nothing much before, and rather less than half of that behind. For a twisty piece of rag and a goatskin water bag was all the field equipment he could find. When the sweatin' troop train lay in a siding through the day, where the heat would make your bloomin' eyebrows crawl, we shouted, "Harry by!" till our throats were bricky dry. Then we whopped him 'cause he couldn't serve us all. It was Din, 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 ya heathen, where the mischief have you been? You'll put some jewelry in it, or I'll marrow you this minute if you don't fill up my helmet, Gunga Din. He would dot and carry one till the longest day was done, and he didn't seem to know the use of fear. If we charged or broke or cut, you could bet your bloomin' nut he'd be waitin' 50 paces right flank rear. With his mussock on his back, he would skip with our attack and watch us till the bugles made retire. And for all his dirty hide, he was white, clear white inside, when he went to tend the wounded under fire. It was Din, 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 with the bullets kicking dust spots on the green. When the cartridges ran out, you could hear the front files shout, "Hey, ammunition mules and Gunga Din!" I shan't forget the night when I dropped behind the fight with a bullet where my belt plate should have been. I was choking mad with thirst. And the man who spied me first was our good old grinning, grunting Gunga Din. He lifted up my head and he plugged me where I bled, and he gave me half a pint of water, green. It was crawling and it stunk. But of all the drinks I've drunk, I'm gratefulest to one from Gunga Din. It was Din, 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 here's a beggar with a bullet through his spleen. He's chawing up the ground and he's kicking all around. For God's sake, get the water, Gunga Din. He carried me away to where a dooley lay, and a bullet come and drilled the beggar clean. He put me safe inside, and just before he died, "I hope you liked your drink," says Gunga Din. So, I'll meet him later on, in the place where he is gone, where it's always double drill and no canteen. He'll be squatting on the coals, giving drinks to poor damned souls, and I'll get a swig in hell from Gunga Din. Din, 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 you Lazarusian leather, Gunga Din. Though I've belted you and flayed you, by the living God that made you, you're a better man than I am, Gunga Din.